Hello, everybody. Welcome to Euphoria, where Darcy tries to remember how to stream because, my god, it's been a minute. Can you all hear me? Is the audio okay? Can you hear the music? Is that too loud? Welcome in. My name is JC Darcy. I use they, them pronouns. I'm one of the co founders here at Euphoria. I am a white non binary femme presenting person with mid length brown hair, big round glasses, and today I'm wearing a white and grey striped jumper because it's cold even though it's June. Help, send heat. It's the British summertime. Um, Welcome to Pride Programming at Euphoria. This is strangely the first thing that we're doing this month, but it certainly isn't the last. This evening, I'm going to be doing the first of two co working streams with a little bit of a queer twist. I'm doing it, so it's innately queer. Fight me. And for the rest of the month, you can check out we've got an interview, we've got a solo game, we've got EU creators we love, of course, things of this nature, all given very, very, very queer bent. Because again, it's us. Everything we do is queer. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna do some work. Remember how Darcy can't make things for themselves unless it's content? It's that, fam. It's that. Um, I want to write something for the Romantasy TTRPG Jam. Now, you may have heard of this. Maybe you live under a rock and you have not heard of this. Allow me to elucidate. Our incredible friend Steph, a fistful of ink and fistful of crits, has started Romantasy TTRPG Jam, encouraging people to write romantasy games. What does she mean by romantasy? Look, whatever you want, all right? Just make it a little bit horny, just a little bit sweet, just a little bit of romance and a solid dash of fantasy. This is the itch page. Go and have a look. Go and take a look. There are already some submissions and they're wonderful. There are lots of guidelines, a list of popular romantasy tropes, including shadow daddy slash mommy, all in caps. I feel you, Steph. I feel you. I really do. Um, Dragons you can ride. Not like that. Maybe like that. What you do between you and Twitch TOS. I don't want to get demonetized. But basically, it's this really lovely initiative of just giving people something to write for, and selfishly of stuff for Steph to read and play because she loves that. Highly recommend going to check it out. Highly recommend, if you're so inclined, join in with me this evening. I'm going to be doing Pomodoro timers. I'd like to do 20 on and 5 off, and then a break of 10. I'm probably going to work for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if I get into a flow. And I just invite you to come and join in, throw some ideas into a Google Doc, or if you're like me, Notion, baby, it rules my life. And I've given the game away because I've already come up with something of an idea. I'm probably going to write something for Daggerheart. I've been playing a lot of it since it released. I intend to play a lot more of it, and it's got its little hooks into me. I just love it as a system. I think it seems fairly easy and straightforward to write for. Insert discourse about writing adventures for established systems here, but not here. Over there. Go over there. Um, and yeah, I am a huge fan of gothic romance as a genre. Um, it's just tropey and good, and it just seemed like it had so much potential to get a party of adventurers stuck in the middle of some romantasy. Because there's a lot of games that are like duets, and I get that, that works. But the thought of trying to get an entire group, like an adventuring party, which is kind of what you need for Daggerheart, involved in a romance in some way, whilst respecting all the consent things and lines and veils things that are involved in playing a TTRPG with pals or indeed strangers. How to make that work. So maybe I've bitten off way fucking more than I can chew, but I'm just gonna sit down and do a bit of work and see what I can come up with. Thank you for being here. I see Chloe in the chat. Chloe is game prepping. What are you prepping, Chloe? What are you doing? What are you doing with yourself now that Deck of Many Aces has come to an end? What are you filling your time with? If you are here lurking, welcome, welcome. Please feel free to continue lurking. I will be silencing myself. Good to know you can hear me. Can you hear the music? Is there music coming through? It's fine if not, but it would be better if it was. I don't see it on. OBS. I'm going to try and change one thing. And if that doesn't work... Okay, I lied. I'm going to try two things. This would be the first thing that I do. I'm going to set the Pomodoro timer going. I'm going to try and get the music going. And then I'm just going to get to work. I am not a game designer. Okay, no, that's not true. We're not doing the self-deprecating thing. Technically, I am a game designer since I have designed a game. That's how that works. It is not the strongest string to my bow. I don't consider it the thing that I do. Writing is slightly different, but I feel like this has got some combination of the two, because when you see the individual frames, like campaign frames for Daggerheart, which is essentially what I'm trying to create here, the idea of including some specific unique rules for that setting is pushed quite heavily. And I like that. But I know smart, so I use clocks. That's how I'm getting around it. Shocking nobody. So please don't expect to get great game design tips from me, because I ain't that girl. I'm just here to be a body double. I'm just here to give you some encouragement and some accountability. And just sit down and do some work. I hope that you're able to enjoy the time and do whatever you are up to this evening. With that, I'm going to stop talking. God, they talk a lot, don't they? Let's do it. Let's do 20 minutes of work and see where we end up. I'm going to try and mute myself. Wow, I've been talking this whole time. My mic was muted. Why was my mic muted? I don't know. Thanks for pointing that out, Marcus. Nice to have you. I'm just trying to figure out how to get... I had the timer on the wrong screen. So I'm now just trying to fix that. But it's not happening, so I'm going to have to redo it. Let's remove it. And try again. What are you working on tonight, Marcus? I'm going to drop a new video late in the small hours, like the dark horse that you are. That's strange. I wonder if it's because... Here we go. Here we go. You might have it, lads. You might have it. Hang on. Literally not enough screens. Womp, womp. Sob story at 11. Local streamer needs more screens. It you! Good evening, Abhishek. How are you? Welcome in. Sharpen your pencils. Pour yourself a coffee. We're gonna get back to it in 55 seconds. I know you can't see the timer because it's being a butt. I don't know why. Does it only want to work on this screen? That's really irritating. Yeah, that's the way, Chloe. Like, it doesn't matter. If I get another screen, I will fill those screens. And then I have 3 currently, which is really... That should be enough, shouldn't it? Let's be honest. But you get 3 and you fill them up and you want more. And I want more. This is driving me a bit mad. Well, you're just gonna have to take my word for it then. We're starting another 20-minute timer. I hope everybody's hydrated. Checked your emails. I know that I was doing them on my breaks, but we're gonna do another 20 minutes. I'll see you on the other side of that. Wow, so 20 minutes is gone. It's a 5-minute break. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm slowly losing my mind trying to unpick these NPCs that I've accidentally created too many of them. But once I crack this is all the backstory. This is all the sort of setup. Once I crack this, I know exactly where I'm going afterwards. This is just a real Gordian knot of who the fuck is who. My basic premise that I have going is you can see I just listed a bunch of fucking gothic romance tropes. And I'm trying to cram as many of them in as possible. I may have bit off more than I can chew. Hell yeah, Chloe, well done. I'm trying to figure out who is who and if some people are more than one of those people playing multiple roles. But also, I really want to be able to allow an optional scenario where a party member is one of the roles. And I need to tighten that up to make it can only be 1 or 2 roles because otherwise things will get complicated. The general gist I have is that there's this spooky old castle where a family lives. There was a mother, father, daughter. The mother has been missing. Spoiler alert, she's been in the Fey realm. Why is she in the Fey realm? I think Dad put her there, likely with the help of the evil priest cleric guy, warlock perhaps, because there's always one of those in a gothic romance. Don't know why they did it. Need to figure that out. For some reason, that means, like, I think it's like removing her influence sort of thing. And then the inciting incident, the real hook of the adventure, is going to be the betrothal of the daughter, and that the person she's betrothed, that's not her true love. Like, we need to find her true love. And it's either a party member or it's some other, like, childhood friend who went missing, but who has also gone to the Fey realm and has been, like, being a squire to her now regal, really powerful Fey mother, and who is going to be sent back. I don't know. There's something. There's a nugget of something. I'm not just going to throw more Fey in, you guys. I appreciate the feedback. Hang on, more Fey. Maybe that is the answer. What if the party are the Fey? No, I'm gonna have a clock. Obviously, I'm gonna have a fucking clock. And throughout the adventure, we're gonna be tracking, like, the influence of the Fae. Like, I'm picturing in every 7 years, the power of the Fae waxes and wanes, sort of thing. The mother is trying to intervene, and so trying to affect more influence over the house. The party members are there, being led to believe by father and cleric that they are trying to fight the Fae influence. So it's actually, it might be too much of a bait and switch, a rug pull at the end, or it might be really cool that actually the more they've been failing, the more chance of success they will have in the end. So when mother / princess real love interest comes back, they have more chance of winning. But then there'll be the reveal, I guess, and they can go, oh, we rebuke our previous ways, now we're going to help the Fae. Or not. Maybe they'll just try and run off and marry the princess because she's pretty hot. I got a lot of moving parts, and I think I need to kill some darlings. I need to snip some rolls and some threads. Layout, Nick, you mean the timer or my Notion page? I build on my Notion pages myself. I have a lot of them. And I just find cool pixel art, animated pixel art, and it's always my headers and my little images. In terms of the timer, this is just Flocus. This is just an app that will help you keep track of your Pomodoros. Yeah, like that. Why has that done that, I wonder? Weird. Get up. Ooh. No, we don't want you. Bye. Weird. Okay. Back onto a focus. Let's do another focus and then we'll reassess. I hope everybody else is getting some stuff done. I'm glad you're all here with me. It's really nice to have, even if you can't see another person, it's just nice to know that other people are doing some work and give a shit about what you're doing as well. So thanks for being here, pals. Let's hit another 20 minutes. Let's go. That's the whole hour of solid work we've done going. Congrats, well done for showing up, sitting down, even if you've only made a bit of progress. I've definitely made some progress. I've removed the mother. That's what I think I needed to do. I just needed to snippy snip with prejudice. And so the love interest becomes the Fae power. She becomes the person trying to get back, which is much more yearning and gay and interesting. So yeah, I think this is all going to be the power of big gay Fae love trying to get back to the childhood friend she was separated from. That does muck up something that I did want to do, which is allow a party member to be the love interest. There's no way you could make that happen, but I'll find some other way. Maybe I'll figure something out. It's all optional rules anyway. I just wanted there to be a world in which a player like me, who enjoys flirting with NPCs and creating romance plotlines, could be involved in a really critical way. I think there might be a way of doing it in terms of like love triangle. What's gayer than a love triangle? Let's introduce a bit of that. But it'd only work for very specific backstories. It would only work for characters who could have been from here, for whom this could have been their childhood home. So it might be such a fringe case that it doesn't need inclusion. Maybe just like a single sidebar to say, hey, this is a thing that you can do. In fact, yeah, that's it. Well done, Darcy, you just solved it. Cool. What is everybody else? Thank you, Chloe. I don't know what I'm doing, mate. I'm just throwing things at the wall until it sticks and looks gay. It's really warm in this office, having said it was really cold. What's gayer than a love triangle? Nothing. Clip it, Finn. Clip it. He knows. It's making me sleepy. Being warm is making me sleepy. So, a 2.5 minute break, and then we'll be on to our 4th focus block. And I think we'll make that our last focus block, because then that's a solid 80 minutes. That's an hour and 20 minutes that we have fucking done the thing. And I think that's good. I think we can all be happy with just showing up and doing a little bit of something. What are you up to tonight, Finley? Tell me what you're working on. Anybody else wants to tell me what they're working on? Chloe, how is your prep gone? Are you ready? Are you ready to rock some players' worlds? Hydrate or die straight, guys. Never forget. I love Notion so much. Having mech thoughts, Finley, buddy. I appreciate the tidying the space. That's self-care, you know? That's self-care. Having a nice, neat space, they said. Hiding all of their mess with their big chair. Don't Don't look upon my crochet cart. It is unhinged. Prep is done as much as it can be. Yeah, you've done all these excellent plans, and your players will throw them immediately out the window, Chloe. Well done, you. Well done. 3 bullet points in a dream, baby. That's all you need. No plan survives contact with absolutely unhinged players. Session 0, though. Something new? Something new is brewing? Delightful. Ah, hell yeah. A little bit of music at this time of night. So chill. What do you use to compose? Like when you're coming up with something, do you have a piano? Do you have I don't you use Reaper? Do you like program straight into Reaper? What do you do? What do you do? Tell me all about it. You've got 22 seconds. Go. No pressure. Quick check your messages, everybody, and then ignore all the people who need your attention. 20 more minutes, final stretch. Let's go. Let's do it. You can do it, Chloe. You can get a solid start. GarageBand, let's go. All of my favorite pop punk albums from the early 2000s were written with GarageBand, so that means a lot to me. I wish you all luck. Let's go for this final stretch. Clock in. We did it. We did it, fam. That is our fourth focus block. That's an hour and 20 minutes of work that we've done here on this stream. However many of those minutes you have managed to lock in and get something done, I'm proud of you. You showed up. You did something today. Good work. I'm going to knock it on the head. I'm sleepy. I'm an EP boy and I don't know why today. But I'm happy with what I've got done. I think I've untied that Gordian knot by just snipping away a vast majority of the threads. But hey, sometimes that's writing. I think I've got the core of my setup here. I went away to just read some of the rule book. God, I fucking love the Daggerheart rule book. It's got some of the best GM advice I think I've ever seen in a book. Really love the way that it like mechanizes the abstract and then abstracts the mechanics in a way. Just beautiful, just wonderful. Thinking of ways to utilize fear and GM moves, and maybe get some combat in there, I guess. So I feel in a pretty strong position to continue with this. I will probably continue this a little bit during the week. I have precious little free time at the moment to do the things that I need to do, let alone the things I want to do. So I will try and pick away at it a little bit, but that's why this stream exists and why the next stream exists as well, because sometimes you just have to carve out a bit of time and say, I'm streaming, I'm working, and it's streaming, and streaming is working, and content is streaming, and working is streaming and content. So thank you for joining me for this one. If you are so inclined, I will be back again doing this again in 2 weeks' time. So Monday the 29th at 7 p.m. BST, 8 p.m. CEST. Spoiler alert, next time I do this, I'm going to be joined by Steph. It wasn't on the plan initially, but I just sent her a message yesterday and was like, do you want to come and do some co-working with me for the jam that you set up? And Steph's like, yeah, sure, why not? So there'll be 2 of us next time. We'll both be co-working, or we'll both be chatting. We might have to have like 10-minute breaks in between focus sessions because we love a fucking yap. But yeah, we will be here again to be your body doubles, to be your accountability buddies, and your biggest cheerleaders, because we love you guys. We love the people in this community and the things that you bring to yourselves and to each other and to us. I'd love to see you in the chat. Love to see the things that you've made. If you've made a cool thing, or at least started to make a cool thing today, please, please, please carry on. What you have made is good, or it has the seed of something good in it. Polish it, work on it, dedicate time to it and yourself. You are worth it. Make art, make gay art, especially. Happy Pride, you bunch of queers. I'm going to bed. Check the timetable for everything else that we're doing. I think the next thing that is on Euphoria will be Ida's interview with Paco from GMS Magazine. I believe that's going out on Thursday. That was a really interesting conversation. Heads up, there will be content warnings at the beginning of it, so please check those out and abide by them. And if it's not for you, come back another time. But yeah, a really insightful, personal conversation. And Ida says they conducted about 20% of it in Spanish, because why the fuck not? It's Euphoria, and we're not all about the English-speaking creatives here. But you know, Ida, she's got those phenomenal captions, so you'll be able to follow along no matter what. Check that out. Go and check the timetable for everything else. Throw us a sub. Join the Patreon. If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? They're talking about Marmite right now. Maybe that's your bag. Maybe it's not. Come and be part of the community, because everybody here is absolutely unhinged in the best way. And they're all gay. Apart from that one guy. You know who I mean. But we keep him around anyway. Alright. EP children. Go and rest. You've done phenomenal. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.